I want to show you something very cool. I want to show you these two custom Thomas DVDs, homemade Thomas DVDs, that were the Thomas DVDs homemade copies that were real homemade, that uses the customized version. And in case you didn't notice about the only custom Thomas that originally really didn't exist were, well, besides this one, well, you could, yeah, James, Percy, and Thomas, yeah, and, well, actually, in case you didn't notice about these homemade DVD copies, it still used the original contents, like the Golang DVDs, but this one, it's actually a homemade, this is not a real Anchor Bay copy. My own company logo, I made it up, was Ubi logo and Connect channel. And by the way, in case you don't know what Connect channel is, I made it up. And Ubi logo, I made it up too, but not Random House. And, you know, Random House did not own Thomas, really. But it did do books, though. Let's start with, I think I'll start with Henry first. I'm gonna show you what, I might show you for proof about the homemade DVD, my own custom DVD of Best of Henry. And there's no Toshiba DVD recorder menu. And by the way, there is no DVD menu at all. And this is actually a homemade DVD. Since, yes, yeah, you'd be able to pause it. This is not. Actually, it was taken from my ISO DVD that was taken, I believe, New Friends, Thomas and Friends New Friends DVD from 2004. I think that was the last on Thomas and Friends New Friends. That was probably the last Thomas DVD, the retail DVD that uses that one.
All aboard.
The VHS and DVD trailer.
Everyone's number one trailer.
Yep.
Thomas the Tank Engine.
I know the sampler, Fun with Thomas DVD, doesn't have a DVD menu for some reason. And when you press skip, when you skip it, no menu, it just starts and no, there is no DVD menu at all. And by the way, this is actually a homemade DVD. And the reason why it works on that is because I be able to record to a disc. Well, this is actually what happens when I put an unfinalized DVD onto a DVD recorder. Well, I had to finalize it. I added recording and editing, and then I deleted it, and then it works with chapters.
Henry was feeling very
See, this is Best of Henry.
Sometimes he could put.
Yeah, this is a customized version. I know, no, it's kind of fake. The only thing it's only a little blurry on the, kind of not the best quality on the name boards, but someone did a good job. They did try their best, as long as they have it with him. I can't remember his name. It's the one who uploaded to archives. Yeah, I just downloaded that video file off from Internet Archive, and then I put it onto a SD card, and I used the Sony Blu-ray player, and I recorded that onto a disc that was taken from my USB.
Everyone pulled.
I've done that many times, but besides that one.
Sir Topham Hatt.
Yeah, I've done that when I record VHS tapes. As long as the video file works.
Trains rushing through the other tunnel.
Yep. And I want to show you my homemade logos. It does have my homemade Ubi logo and Connect channel at the end.
One day,
And there's the... Yeah, it does still have the Crest logo. No, not all Thomas DVDs have Crest Natural. I think I like the logo. I like this logo the most, but mostly I guess my favorite Anchor Bay DVDs were mostly Thomas than the other ones. There are kids and adult Anchor Bay VHS and DVDs. I know. This is my homemade logo. This is not really a real logo. It's fake. But Ubi was based on a TV series that used to air on Nick Jr. and Noggin. And that logo right here, it's not real. This is my own logo. That's my own logo. And by the way, this piece right here, this is actually a piece of drawing of a Connect. Well, you know, an orange Connects piece. Instead of Connects, instead of a X, it's a K instead. I don't think that's a real word. I'm afraid it's a gibberish word.
It's a Connect channel video.
Either Connect or Connect. I just made it up since I believe 2013, I believe, but originally, and after the Ubi logo, and that's it. That's it. That's it for showing the best of Henry. Now I'm showing best of Toby, and second and final best of Toby. Once again, no menu, and once again does have the same opening on best of Henry, like the trailers. Yep. You'll be able to pause this. This is actually a recorded disc copy. Yeah, by the way, this is actually like a used blank DVD. And yes, this is a used blank DVD because or a homemade DVD. And yes, this is a real homemade DVD. It's not really an original print. There is no such thing. And this was actually recorded off from another Thomas DVD. I think it was I Used New Friends. You know, the New Friends with season 7 episodes of Thomas, but it uses the Michelangelos. Taken from the early 2004 DVD. I think that would have been the last Thomas DVDs. I think, well, kind of, except they used the Take Along Thomas. And when you skipped it, and there's no menu, it starts the intro. Yeah, when you press menu, it looks like it's freezing, and there's gonna be menu, but it just goes back where it was. More like there is no menu. And by the way, this is actually my version of. This is my third. Someone did 2 versions of. They only had 2 versions of Best of Toby on archive.org. I'm not kidding. But this type of version has the name boards. But when they did recently, they had the Toby bumpers, just like they did Best of Thomas Edward. They did just like they did Best of Thomas, Percy, and James. So yeah.
Stone for his freight cars. Snow and Toby the tram engine has. Toby the tram engine.
And this is actually and what's different when I add this thing, I add this episode because that one with name boards did not have that. I just want to add with this episode.
Toby.
I just want to add with this episode. Well, that episode was taken from the other version of Best of Toby. I just worked so hard adding that. Well, I had to record. It's not easy, but it's a good thing there's no issue.
Toby.
There aren't no mistakes. Well, it's kind of. This is actually the same thing. It has this two. It shows the same thing like the name boards 2 times. Because like the one, because it would have had. It's kind of perfect. It's kind of perfect. Instead.
Do a smile and blow whistles at everyone.
This is perfect. This one looks just in time, so it looks perfect. Now that's better.
It had been raining hard for one morning. Sir Topham.
They didn't have this episode. I think because when they did the most recent version of the Best of Toby, what someone did, they didn't add the Toby Had a Little Lamb episode. So I just want to add with all the episodes on Best of Toby, with the classic episodes, including the 2002 episode. This is actually and I did work so hard and I did a pretty good job adding this. And after the hit logo, and then I add the yes, I did add this thing.
Join Thomas.
I did add the books. This was taken from Salty Secrets DVD actually.
Fun-filled storybook.
Well, not only just Salty Secrets. There was also like Best of Thomas or
Look for these and other
can't remember,
comics
but
and adventures wherever books are sold, and hop on board for train loads.
you're gonna be shocked. Here's the fan made logo after this.
It's a Connect Channel video.
This is Toby logo.
And this after this one, that's it. Yep, there's no menu at all. Well, it does have more than one video files, like the title than just one. So yeah, there you have it. These are the homemade DVD, two homemade Thomas two homemade Thomas DVDs. I have custom homemade Thomas DVDs, Best of Henry and Best of Toby. And I do have two homemade Thomas DVDs. They're the ISO copies, Best of Percy and Best of James. They're downloaded off from Archive, and it's an ISO copy. Since if it's an ISO image, they still use the real plays like the real contents. So that means it does have the real DVD menu. The only 4 DVDs that did exist have the DVD menu, except these 2. And it does have my homemade Ubi logos in these 4. By the way, this one is actually from the original copies. There you have it. These 2 homemade Thomas DVDs. I might upload that video on Google Photos because this is my own custom version. So I thought I could show you the full video of Best of Toby. I may be on Google Photos or Google Drive. And by the way, I said I haven't done Google Photos for a long time, but unfortunately my storage on my Gmail is getting full. So yeah, there you have it, folks. Yeah, thanks for watching. That was pretty cool, huh? So yeah.